Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of a two-part video on the 5 essential MyBlocks for rookie and novice first LEGO League teams. In this video, I'm going to continue taking you through how to code the MyBlocks and describe the benefits over standard code. In this video, I will be using the StarterBot system, which is designed specifically for novice and rookie teams. You can find out more about the StarterBot in the description below and on my website, roboticrules.net. This is the second part of a two-part video. In this video, I'm going to go over the turn MyBlock for a specific angle and a wide turn MyBlock. Our fourth MyBlock is going to allow our robot to turn a specific number of degrees in either the left or right direction using the gyroscope. I've already created the MyBlock. A negative angle will turn left, a positive angle will turn right, and my controlling variables are speed and angle. So we're going to start off by establishing the movement speed. And then, like always, we're going to have an if statement with the angle this time. If the angle is greater than 0, then we're going to go right. And so our left-right adjustment value has to be set to 1. And if not, if it's less than 0, then we're going to turn left, and the left-right adjustment value will be set to -1. Next, we're going to set our yaw angle to 0. And as always, whenever we do that, we're going to wait just a little bit, 0.2 seconds. And then we're going to start turning. And we're going to do so until our gyroscope angle is greater than the angle that we are targeting. We're going to have it repeat until. We're going to have a greater than. And then in both boxes, I want to do absolute values in both boxes because I want the yaw value to be without a plus or minus number. And I also want the angle number to be without a plus or minus number because I'm just interested in making sure that the number value of the yaw angle is greater than the number value of the angle that I'm targeting. So I'm going to start moving right for 30, but I need to change this number. I'm going to introduce a multiplication and then 100, which is a sharp turn. And whether I turn right or left depends on my left-right adjustment value. So I'm going to insert that in here. And then once I've passed the angle either left or to the right, I'm going to stop moving. With the turn MyBlock, when the robot turns right, as it turns right, the yaw value will start to increase. If I wanted to stop at 90, what's going to happen is the yaw value is going to go past the number 90, and then the motor will stop. When it turns left, you'll notice that the yaw value is now decreasing. It's a negative number. Same thing, once it goes less than -90, then it will stop. Here's the turn block compared to standard code. Firstly, we're going to turn right for 90 degrees at 20% speed. Now, we're going to turn left for 90 degrees at 20% speed. The final MyBlock is for a wide turn. We're going to control each motor separately here. So we have 3 variables, left speed, right speed, and distance. This distance isn't actually real because we're going in a quarter circle. And so it's an approximate average distance based on the movement of the 2 motors. So the first thing we're going to do is click on More Motors, and we're going to set the relative position of each motor to 0. So we're going to click on Multiple, and then we're going to do both A and E. These are 2 driving motors, and we're setting their relative position to 0. So we can start counting. Then we're going to start moving. We have a repeat until block, and we're going to repeat until the average distance of the 2 motors is greater than the distance. So there's a lot of things in here. Just pay attention so you don't make any mistakes. Firstly, we're going to make sure that we go forward until our calculated distance is greater than the distance that we want. How do we calculate the distance? We use the same formula as what we used for driving straight with distance. So the first thing we're going to do is insert a multiplication value, and that is going to be multiplying the end with our rotational distance. Then whatever value that we generate, we're going to divide by 360, which is 360 degrees. And then what is the average degrees that we have traveled? That is an average value of our two motors, so it gets a little bit more complicated than before. So what we have to do is insert another divider, and that's divide by 2 because we're going to average two numbers. Then we're going to add those two numbers, and the two numbers are the absolute value without the plus or minus of the relative position of the first driving motor, and then the absolute value of the relative position of our other driving motor. So we've got the average degrees that the robot has traveled, because we've divided by 2, taken that, divided by 360, and then multiplied it by the rotational distance. And this will calculate how far our robot has traveled. What do we do during this time? You have to make sure the More Movement folder is selected. And within the More Movement, you've got Start Moving at Particular Speed. And we're going to go left speed and right speed. And we're going to keep this going until we've reached our distance. And then we're going to stop moving. Let's go over how this MyBlock functions. At the start, we've set both the relative position of the left and right motors to 0. Then the robot starts to make a wide turn. The amount that the left and right motor move is now going to be different. In this case, we're going to say the left motor is moving 2 rotations and the right motor is moving 1 rotation. So when we're calculating the distance the robot has traveled, we're taking the average of the relative positions of the left and right motor, dividing them by 2 to get the average, dividing that value by 360 degrees, and multiplying by the distance traveled in 1 rotation. Here's the standard code to set up a wide turn. It's actually kind of hard to do this because you have to rely on the steering wheel to get exactly the right turn that you want. And then you got to come up with rotations because there's no centimeters option here. The MyBlock code is a lot simpler. Let's look at a comparison between the two. If you have followed my instructions, you are now so much more powerful in terms of controlling your robot. Here on the left is standard code coding for a robot mission. On the right, this has been simplified using MyBlocks. A lot of these MyBlocks are more powerful because they both use the yaw and the relative position of both motors. You can see how much simpler it looks, how much easier it is to follow than the standard code, which you can easily get lost in. Let's see how they both look side by side. I hope you enjoyed this video. I encourage all of you to integrate these 5 essential MyBlocks into your robot's code for the first LEGO League Challenge competition. For more LEGO Robotics awesomeness, go to roboticsrules.net. Thank you very much.